Donald Trump called Colin Kaepernick a son of a bitch on national TV and then appealed to his good old boy cronies to make sure that this brother stays forever unemployed. That deserves the Denzel clap. So, okay, President Trump. Well played, my brother, well played. You know, way to hand the moral high ground to Colin Kaepernick forever. Way to hand the moral high ground to Black Lives Matter forever. You know, LeBron James recently tweeted, getting invited to the White House was an honor until you showed up. And I can't agree more because the office and the House has no honor left, if there ever was any, at all. The snowflake president know that he can give it, but he can't take it. That's why he don't show up to them White House correspondence dinners, because where he knows he's about to get roasted, he runs and hides like the coward that he is. Y'all think I'm being too hard on him, some of you. Okay. Listen, the brother Ta-Nehisi Coates just recently wrote an article calling Donald Trump the first white president. Of course, we know that factually that's not true, but politically what he meant is that his entire political existence depends upon the undoing of the deeds of the first black president, and under no other circumstances could he have ever attained the office. And I find it super hilarious that the people who would argue the most violently against the very existence of white privilege are the ones who also voted for Donald Trump, thereby proving the existence of white privilege. Can we acknowledge that no black version of Donald Trump would ever be possible? A man who never held a political office, never got elected. I don't think he got elected school president, could now be the president of the United States. In what other world than this one? A confessed sexual predator. The fact that his wife had nude pics, nothing wrong with nude pics. I'm a fan. But the fact that that could never happen for Michelle. And most importantly, the guy's a confessed sexual predator, right? Obama couldn't have even smelled the grass on the White House lawn had that been true of him. Now, a lot of people say, well, this isn't about race. Why do you always have to make it about race? A little factoid that I'd like to share with you, a little bit of tidbit of information that was published in the Atlantic magazine. And it said that according to pre-election polling data, had only white votes been counted in the country, Donald Trump would have won the White House by 389 electoral votes to 81. 389 electoral votes to 1, according to pre-election data, had only white votes been tallied. That is the white lass that Van Jones was talking about. And as an undercover white supremacist, I remember looking at these pages and listening to these videos and reading these comments and watching people so much more intelligent than Donald Trump project onto the man virtues that he didn't have. They were so triggered by Obama and 8 years of this black president, and I do mean triggered, they were out of their minds, that they basically gambled the fate of the white race, if there is such a thing, on a Hail Mary into the White House of the village fucking idiot. And now they're surprised that he calls Kim Jong-un Rocket Man. Now they're surprised that the freaking revolving door of the White House, as Rachel Maddow put it, is more like a high-speed carousel just flinging employees off into the starry night, you know? And all of this shows up because of fear. The fear of the retribution for the crimes that founded this nation. The crimes, by the way, that they will argue against you night and day that weren't as extreme or weren't as bad as history says. And yet the terrifying fear remains under the surface. And this fear is the source of what we would call white fragility. It is why when Colin Kaepernick takes a knee, that it becomes a national incident and attack on their culture, as Donald Trump said. It is why when the cry for help called Black Lives Matter reaches their ears, it is then reinterpreted as a battle cry. Fear elected a madman. And if you look at his profile psychologically, there is no better example of a textbook sociopath, a textbook narcissist But according to the 25th Amendment enacted in 1967, if a president proves unfit for office, if the president proves that he is morally compassless, he is to be removed. And I think that the impeachment proceedings need to begin and fire that sumbitch. Like, tweet, and share if you agree. I'm Theo E.J. Wilson. Until next time, I'll see y'all.